town over at North Medford High School, athletes have started voluntary workouts, a quiet leader rising among them. Bryce Dyer, moving from his sophomore to his junior season, is poised to be one of the most talented players over at North Medford for both football and basketball. He's this week's amateur athlete. This is the atmosphere North Medford junior Bryce Dyer is used to leading under.
Being a sophomore, I think he led more by the actions part, but I think as he grows and knows that he's more of a leader, I think he'll step into that role as more vocal also. But there's nothing wrong with being that guy that just brings it every day and demands others to follow that way of doing it.
Dyer will take on the role of replacing standout Jet Carpenter as North Medford's go-to guy, something Dyer sounds ready for.
That I'll just take whatever's thrown at me and run with it. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win and what helps us do the best this year. And I think that I could play in pretty much 3, 4, 5, even 2 if they need me to. But I play whatever position, play whatever role they need me to.
Dyer's getting a jump start on that leadership by finding anything he can do in any gym around. Anything to get better, like these individual workouts and other voluntary workouts with North Medford.
Just stay positive, get anything you can in, just find a hoop, find a gym, stay focused, work on shots, work on dribbling, and then some of the stuff that I grew up, my dad always talked about rebounding, boxing out. I mean, that's hard to do right now, but if you can just practice the stuff that no one really teaches you.
You can see the score. South was up 16 points with just over 3.5 minutes left. North on the comeback, but still down 7 with only 15 seconds left. That's when North's Bryce Dyer hits that step-back 3. After South missed some free throws, North still down 4 with 5 seconds left. But don't finish your popcorn just yet. Dyer draws the foul and hits the 3. North only down 1, and the Black Tornado losing their minds on the bench. But Dyer still needs the free throw to tie it up. Quiet in the studio. Trying to complete the North comeback, just 2.5 seconds left. He sets, and he got it. A chance for South. Junior Sleazer for the win. It's in and out. And we're going to overtime. Look at the North players mob Bryce Dyer, a 4-point play to tie the crosstown rivalry. And then let's get to North at Grants Pass. I went up there. The Cavemen, great fans. I mean, you saw in the pickup truck there. But what are some other takeaways from North's close win in that one?
Bryce Dyer, this is going to be a great breakout season for him. He has a 75-yard touchdown on an interception return, hauls in the touchdown to win the game at the end. He did the same thing last year at the playoffs against Reynolds.
Wow, so you're projecting, I mean, no state championships, but you're projecting a great North season this year.
I think so. Tonight's night against Grants Pass, those are the 2 best teams in this area. And so for North Medford, a great first test. And now they go on to Tualatin next week, which is a game they added just a day ago. That's going to be another great matchup.
Here, North down 7-0. Narron in triple coverage. Bryce Dyer doing his best Randy Moss impression for the touchdown.
It's that basketball background for Bryce Dyer. He's going to go up, he's going to get it. Doesn't matter how many people are around him, he's pulling it in.
North losing their minds in celebration. The 18-yard score ties it up at 14.
Plays on Twitter last week and let you vote for them. This week's winner is Bryce Dyer. North Medford's win over Grants Pass. Dyer gets the hands drill pick, and then he decides to just go ahead and take it to the house. He's got a cavalry going with him. He would go on to have the game-deciding touchdown as well in the final seconds of the game. Congrats to our first play of the week winner, Bryce Dyer.
7, just 16 seconds after North scores.
Jump ball time. North down 14-7, and Bryce Dyer hauls it in. Game tied again at 14.
Let's start with the best play we caught on camera from week 2, from that unbelievable double overtime thriller between the North Medford and South Medford boys on Tuesday. I was talking with one of our Mail Tribune photographers, and we couldn't believe it. This play that we're about to show capped off an incredible comeback for North, and I was just sitting there in disbelief trying to trying to capture the action.
Carmine's talked this one up. Just to give you some context on North Medford's comeback, they were down 15 points with just 3 minutes left in the game against South. They were still down 7 points with 15 seconds left. And our play of the week picks up the game with North still behind 4 points with just 5 seconds left. So you're thinking the game's over, but North Medford's Bryce Dyer is not. Watch his down 4. Dyer draws that foul and hits a 3. So North Medford now only down 1 with 2.5 seconds left. That bench is going crazy, but Dyer still needs the free throw to tie it. He sets and makes it for the tie. Going the other way, South Medford's Junior Sleazer heaves it on in and out, or else that would have been our play of the week, but instead it's Bryce Dyer's 4-point play for North Medford to complete their comeback and send the game into overtime. Look at the North players mob of Dyer with 12 of his 20 points in the fourth quarter, 7 of them in the last 15 seconds, including the game-tying 4-point play. Very clutch.
Jackson County Commissioner Rick Dyer was in the stands. He loved watching that.
Raider and North Medford, the old school rivalry, a little treat that the COVID schedule opened the door for. Schmerbach wearing the Prestige Worldwide, wide t-shirt. Bryce Dyer early on showing the strength that he holds down there. Beautiful spinning like a tornado. He gets the first points of the night.
It's not a state title, but it's a doozy. South Medford at North Medford for the Southern Oregon Conference Tournament title. A packed house for the premier sporting event in Medford. Devin Malcolm will get a steal early on in the first, moves it to Junior Sleazer, who goes underneath the backboard with a nice little reverse layup, ties the game up at 4. Second quarter, North trails by 3, but a Bryce Dyer triple makes the Panther lead null and void. Tip drill pass for Malcolm in the middle. First one doesn't go, but the second one does, and South has the lead again. Down 4, who but Dyer left him 2 open from downtown, and he makes the Panthers pay. He can facilitate it too. Dyer with the no-look one-handed pass to Connor Goodrich, and now North leads by 1.
The first home game of the season, we have the full Black Tornado Band and the student section in full effect. Their theme tonight, Party in the USA. And that's exactly what happened in the first quarter. Mason Warren hits Bryce Dyer in the flat, a little ice baby, and he puts North Medford up 7-0. Now our Spotlight Player of the Week. We're putting that spotlight on who I call now the Rob Gronkowski of Medford, North Medford's Bryce Dyer.
Bryce Dyer, just phenomenal. 6 catches, 121 yards tonight. Did it on both sides of the ball. Those 2 touchdowns in the third quarter really gave North Medford some hope. And then his 2 interceptions, especially one at the goal line, very critical to slow down this Liberty offense.
He's definitely a game changer. And I remember in basketball season, North Medford against South Medford, he made a 4-point play with 5 seconds left for North to tie that game and send it into overtime. He has the it factor for sure.
But North Medford comes storming back late in the fourth. Bryce Dyer, insane catch to the 1-yard line. And then he scores a touchdown and gets North Medford within 1 touchdown with 8 seconds left in the game.
Third quarter, is this Bryce Dyer or Moses Malone? Relentless on the offensive glass. Again, third time's the charm. North up 19.
Bryce entered the game averaging 11 rebounds, 18 tonight, so that's going up.
He is active. I mentioned a school record. How about another school record?
You know, it's not a big shot, it's a big rebound. Congrats to Bryce Dyer tonight. His 15 rebounds put him on top of Matt Maurer, 2010 North Medford graduate. Now he's got the career record, 536 rebounds.
All right, thanks, Chris. How about that? Maurer, Dyer, great week of Friday Night Fast Breaks. Thanks. North Medford playing at Liberty. Very exciting game here. Third quarter, Bryce Dyer putting on his boogie shoes. He takes it all the way to Medford. North up 10-0. And then, Chris, we saw more Dyer on defense and offense.
He really took over this game in the third quarter and propelled North Medford. That touchdown there, great falling down interception, and oops, here comes another one.
Perfectly timed throw here by Mason Warren to Dyer. 2 touchdowns in the third. North up 10. Liberty still with a chance. Down 4, 9 seconds left. But it's picked off by who else? Bryce Dyer seals the win for North Medford.
Friday night's edition of the North Medford-South Medford rivalry is going to be a chore for both teams. What will take priority? The state ramifications, the Southwest Conference lead, or the pure adrenaline of beating the crosstown rival?
This game has ramifications across the state. You know, people in Portland are looking at this game as, you know, who's going to win this one. They see both of us as legitimate contenders this year. So to have a game that means this much to play for, that's awesome. The same with the next one, you know.
To beat a star-studded South Medford team, the North boys will look to their own stars, but also deep into the roster. Guys like seniors Bryce Dyer and Trey Neff will lead the Tornado into battle.
Our Bryce and Trey have to show up. I mean, those are our two guys. They're average, 18 and 15, and Bryce gets a lot of rebounds and assists. So those two guys have to play good, and I would think from there that our other guys have to be really good. Our guys from 3 to 8 that get a lot of playing time have to be better than they have been lately.
It'll be tough to be better than North's 15-1 record or South's 13-2 record, but that is what it will take to move to the top of the Southwest Conference.
10th seed North hosting 23 seed Sprague Olympians from Salem, and the North Medford cheerleaders were back in black. First quarter, check out the leading rebounder in North Medford history, Bryce Dyer, collecting, distributing to Trey Neff, soft touch. A few minutes later, we know in life if you give, you shall receive. Dyer just gave, now he receives. The steal, drops it in himself. He had a double-double tonight, 10 points, 12 rebounds. Oh, Bryce Dyer, the will to win, puts it back up and in. And then North Medford closing the gap. Dyer missing the three, but it's back out to him. And Chris, they cut the lead to just 5 right here.
The one thing you can always count on for North Medford, they're going to battle to the end.
They sure did, but Roosevelt just too strong. They swing it around, drive it in. Here's the alley, there's the oop, and that was the end of North Medford's season.
Ty Neff, 14 points tonight. Bryce Dyer, I think another double-double. Trey Neff held to 8 points. Great season for North Medford, though.
Great season. You said it right, Chris. Final score, 61-49. North Medford falls. They finished the year with a great year, 21-4. It's March Madness in Medford. 2 of our local high school basketball stars getting some big-time honors. We start with North Medford senior forward Bryce Dyer. He earned a spot in the Washington versus Oregon rivalry basketball game this weekend. Many of us locals know it used to be called the Northwest Shootout. And it's no secret why. Bryce averaged a double-double this year. Look at that relentless desire on the offensive boards. He averaged 12.5 points, 11.5 rebounds, plus 4.5 assists and 2 steals per game. Check out this pass right here. He also helped North Medford to a 21-4 record and a Sweet 16 round of the state playoffs. So lots of Northwest pride on the line. We're happy Bryce is representing us in Southern Oregon. That Oregon-Washington rivalry starts at 3 o'clock on Sunday at Liberty High School in Hillsboro.
Medford boys basketball standout Bryce Dyer is finished as a member of the Black Tornado. The senior Swiss Army knife can do just about anything on the court. He has his eyes set on the future, hopefully a college signing, and this weekend he'll play against some of the very best from Oregon and Washington. The Waiver All-Star Game, the name stands for Washington versus Oregon. The roster pits the Oregon High School All-Stars versus the Washington All-Stars. Dyer is one of only 2 players in the state of Oregon to play in the Les Schwab Football All-Star Game and the Waiver Game. Bryce and his family even pulled over on the trip today to chat with us.
It's obviously getting up before any time and being able to play is a great way to get looked at because there's just a lot of coaches up there, especially at a place like this. There's just, there's players that are going to play like big places, and there's still a couple guys who are undecided that have like bigger colleges looking at them. And so just to be up in those settings and to have those eyes looking at you helps a lot,
Dyer will play with the Oregon team on Sunday. We'll keep you updated on how he does.